Hello everybody and welcome back to Amity Blue. My name is Nazi. It is finally the day. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the final reveal of my textile embellishment kit that will be available for purchase later tonight. So without further ado, I know that you guys have had a week's worth of anticipation. Let me go ahead and show you this beautiful textile embellishment kit. So both of your embellishment kits will be in this little burlap. It's imitation burlap, and I decided to go with imitation just because I didn't want the threads getting in the way of the textiles, because threads tend to stick together in little fuzzies. I didn't want that. So this is imitation burlap, just so that your fabric is in pristine quality when you receive them. And then on the outside, I will package it and personalize it just for you. This is my linen and lace kit. This is exactly what you will be getting. As you can see here, it is a huge stack of lace and linens that I have personally cut for you. You also get some assorted trims from my haberdashery. It says Amity Bloom Haberdashery. All of these are vintage. You cannot find these in your regular stores. And you also get a little mini muslin baggie filled with some vintage buttons. The whole thing with this textile kit is I wanted it to look as if it's something that you got from a market. I wanted the whole entire vintage theme to be spread throughout the entire embellishment kit. For me, presentation and packaging makes up a huge part of any item that you sell. So that is why I wanted it to look as perfect as possible. Taking a look at this giant stack as well as your little pack of buttons. As you can see, you will be getting different types of trims, different types of laces. This is a piece from, I hope you can see it. This is from a beautiful handkerchief and it's embossed. And you might recognize some of these textiles because I used a lot of them in my personal projects. So you get bits of crocheted lace, which is just, oh my gosh, it's dreamy. Do you see those beautiful threads? Like, oh, this is what makes my heart so happy and excited. Then you get some muslin. This is the same muslin that I used for my immigrant journals. Get some cheesecloth. This is a type of woven textile that I got. So beautiful, and I mean the camera doesn't do it justice. You truly, when you hold these textiles in your hand, you will see why I fell in love with them. This one is honestly one of my favorites. It is part of a tablecloth that I got from Sweden. I personally didn't go to Sweden, obviously. The origin of this is from Sweden, and it has this kind of folk design threaded through the tapestry. It's kind of like tapestry material. It kind of shed a tear when I cut into that, but I knew that I wasn't going to use it as a tablecloth or as a mantle, so it's better if I share it with you guys and I use it in my own works of art as well. The theme just kind of keeps going on and on. You get a wonderful assortment of different types of laces, each one different types of textures. This one has a beautiful flower imprinted on it. This is some beautiful crochet that I included. So different colors, but sticking to that monotone of creams, whites, browns. This is part of the, I used this in my Christmas embellishments. This is part of a linen that they had in a church back in Mexico. This is just beautiful. These little flowers with the delicate linen behind it. Really pretty laces. Oh, this one's so cute. Look at the flowers, so pretty. A huge variety of different types of laces. This is perfect if you're wanting to make pockets, if you're wanting to make just embellishments, and you can create endless things with these types of laces. Now you can tea stain them in order to get an even more old effect. This one I love. This is a little peachy. I love using these as backgrounds for really delicate laces. This one I used in my immigrant journals, and it's one of my favorites. Do you see the delicate threads? It kind of reminds me of a spider web, like a floral spider web. Oh, this one is so delicate as well. Look at the flowers. This one's so pretty. Oh, this one's beautiful too. Just those intricate designs, so pretty. And the best part is that you will not be able to find these laces at your local fabric store. They're one of a kind. They're from my personal stash. You can recognize this one. I've used a lot in my projects. Really beautiful white embroidered flowers. This one is also one of my favorites. Do you see the flowers? Imagine this as a tip-in. Oh my gosh. Or on the cover of a journal. And then there's this beautiful one. So this is the types of laces and linens that you will be getting in this textile embellishment pack. Like I said, I will be creating more packs of this in the future, and there will be different types of laces included. My collection is growing and growing, and it makes me so happy to share some of these with you all. And not only do you get fabric squares, but you also get some trim. I think this is 6 different types of trims. You get some beautiful lace. You get, I hope you can see it on camera, but behind that is this natural muslin. You get some silk, beautiful laces. I like to use these to create ruffles on the side of my pages. That is why I created this little paper spool so that you can wrap around your trims to create ruffles, to create bookmarks, to even use them as tie closures for your journal. And then in your little mini muslin baggie, but in here you get an assortment of vintage buttons that go with this style. So you get a huge abundance of different types of buttons. Sometimes you get some little embellishments. But the best part about this is that these are pure vintage buttons that I got from a wonderful estate sale. And a lot of these are mother of pearl buttons, so they're real pearl. And they're just gorgeous. These I love. They have like a little color on the inside. And so there's some peach ones, just beautiful assortment of buttons. Some of them still have some thread in between them, which I absolutely love when I see that. I just think of a wonderful little grandmother like threading her buttons. So this is what's included in the linen and lace textile embellishment kit. Let's move on to the Bohemian one. So this one I put into 2 stacks. This one is in 2 different stacks. That's because that's how I packaged them up. For the Bohemian one, you get something new. You get some extra stuff. The Bohemian kit will be a bit more expensive than the linen and lace just because of the rarity of the fabrics. These are more expensive and harder for me to find. And you also get a couple things extra than the linen and lace kit. So let's go ahead and start with the fabric, shall we? This one just makes me so happy because of all of the colors. At the top, you get a different assortment of some beaded and embroidered fabric. And because this one in particular, I only have probably like that much. I only have a strip left. But you can cut this, you can use this as jewelry. Imagine putting a metal frame over it and hanging it as a necklace. You can see all of the threads in the back. This was handmade, and like I said, I only had a little bit of this. And I love the bronze sequins. This is something that you don't see a lot of in stores, bronze sequins. You see gold sequins, different color sequins, but these are bronze. And then these, all of these are hand-stitched beads. Like the amount of time that it took to create this just blows my mind. And this one is part of an Indian dress, and it's just some beautiful metallic embroidery. This is just so gorgeous. So let me quickly flip through these fabrics so that you see all of the different types of textiles that you will be getting. Just look at that. Oh my gosh. This one's so pretty. And you can kind of recognize a lot of these fabrics from the journal cover that I ended up creating using the exact same fabrics that you see here. This one has a wonderful silk quality to it, and it has some flowers kind of embossed and ingrained onto it. This lace is actually a pinkish purple like magenta, but it's actually coming up as red on screen. Some beautiful purples like plums. Look at that embroidery, the metallic embroidery. And I love including some basic fabric colors because this is the secret to creating a beautiful collage. You need a basic background. That's a little trick that I'm giving you guys, but I will be sharing more of my tips in my future Bohemian classes. When working with the Bohemian style, it's really important that you know what type of laces you can use. This is a beautiful pashmina. Oh my god, with some gold and some blues. This is some silk that I actually got from Thailand. Can we take a moment to appreciate this? Oh my gosh. This looks like the fabric is alive, or it's like a piece of technology on fabric. This is some more lace, but it is in the shape of a flower. This is some more lace, and as you can see, beautiful. I hope that the camera is picking it up. It's like an Aztec pattern. This is some embroidered flowers on the blue fabric. Some green lace. So you can obviously see that the laces that I use for this style are in the darker tones. And oh my god, can you just, oh, that emerald, oh, makes me so excited. And then in the back you can see it's little floral embroideries. It makes me so excited because you know I love flowers, and having flowers in a bohemian style, just the perfect combination of both worlds. Some beautiful pashmina. I love pashmina, but let me tell you, it is so hard to cut pashmina. This was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, to cutting out all of these bits of fabric in perfect squares. Oh, look at the metallics. So you can kind of see the array of colors that I am trying to give you. Some more pashmina. And then just a standard green so that you can use it as a background. So you've seen that one. Now it's time to see this one. So this is some lace slash, it's kind of like, it feels really funny. It feels like enamel dots, but in fabric form. Like if you're a scrapbooker, you know you use enamel dots. This one, oh, this was so hard for me to part with, but this is part of a Indian wedding dress of a sari, and it was the trim. And this is just one of my favorites, and I don't have that much of it. And so that's why I gave just a little bit of it to you guys, but you can see all of the metallic threads on the back. This is what I treasure. That is what makes me so happy. And I wanted to include these little bits. Even though they're small, they have so much significance, and you will not be able to find something like this ever again. Like in no fabric store, you know, nowhere on the internet can you find this exact textile. Oh, this one's so pretty too. The gold printing on the sari. Ugh, and that mustardy gold yellow. It makes me so excited. This one's really pretty too with the sequins and the colors. This one's beautiful as well. So many beautiful metallics. And then on the back, it's like the ocean. This is part of an Indian tapestry. Just look at that. This is probably one of my most expensive textile pieces. When you feel it, you can feel the textures, you can feel the fibers, and just knowing the significance of it, just beautiful, beautiful. We've got some orange in there with some metallic dots, some polka dots. This is also from a tapestry, and it tells a story, and all of them get a different part of the story. But this is part of, I don't know if you can see, but it's the wind, and it tells a story of a dragon and an emperor throughout this tapestry. This is also one of my prized possessions. You haven't seen any of these in my journals yet, just because I have been hoarding them. So this is the first time you guys get to see it, and I mean, words can't express the value that these fabrics have. This one, oh my gosh, just beautiful, beautiful for accents. This is that beautiful metallic-y brown fabric that I used to create a pocket. Beautiful pashmina. I included lots of different pashminas in here. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. This, I included some velvet because I personally love working with velvet. It's very hard to work with it, but when you know how to use it properly, oh my goodness, it just puts your work to the next level. And then this is actually embroidered in metallic thread. I was actually able to get some textiles from Asia. So that story of the dragon and the emperor, this one, and a couple others, I got in a pack of textiles that my supplier brought back from Asia. Look at the threads throughout that. Oh, this makes me so happy. I just want to go and make a Bohemian journal already. And I did. I made an extra kit for myself because, you know, I mean, if I'm making 7 of them, I might as well make 8 and keep one for myself. So pretty. Oh my goodness, this one's really gorgeous. if you're into this bohemian style and you're spiritual, definitely research mandalas and their purpose on this earth. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. Ah, like tell me. Oh, this one was upside down. Tell me that you would not just, oh my gosh. Here's another pashmina. This one I have used before. Oh, it's so beautiful. And then we've got some thread. And then this one at the bottom. It's some lace, some red lace, but it's metallic-y and it's shiny. Oh my gosh. So now that I've messed up this kit, every embellishment package comes with the same amount of fabric, the same quantity, same everything. So what you see is what you get and what you are getting. Now for the trims, this is the little trim package that I created on the paper spool. Some sari silks that I personally cut up from, some beautiful saris that I personally own, some gold metallic saris, some blues. You get my favorite gold metallic trim that you have seen me use this and I love it. And then some beautiful like purple indigo trim that is also one of my favorites. So I've given you basically everything that you need to start creating your ruffles for your Bohemian journal. And then I've also included these two little baggies. So you get a bag full of sequins, and I included lots of gold sequins because that is personally my favorite sequins to work with. But I've also given you purples, magentas, greens, indigos. You're basically set with the sequin colors. And then you also get a little baggie with different types of beads. You just get a whole different assortment of beads, and you also get some little bells. I don't know if you can hear it. And then in this little baggie that I have signed Amity Bloom with my signature, you get some really exciting things. This is honestly one of the things that has me most excited. Like, these are real metal embellishments. So these two wonderful metal embellishments I got from my supplier. This was from Tibet and this was from India. And see, they're heavy. They're hefty, but they're not overly heavy that you can't use them in your journal. But wouldn't this be the cutest tab or like a paper clip? Like, because you can put stuff behind it. Like, they have these little graphs, like little hooks on them. But just look at the detail. And then this one, it's all gold. It has a beautiful floral like leaf design. And then this would be beautiful on the side as a tab. So you get some of these authentic metal embellishments that it just honestly makes me so happy. I cannot wait to see what you guys make with these. Then you also get some little pins so that the charms that you make with the beads and the fabric, you get to hang them from your journal. You also get some really cool little buttons, like metallic shell buttons, which was really fun. I have a stash of these and I was hoarding them. I decided what better time than to share it now. You get a little assortment of different buttons, but I mainly wanted to focus on the metal embellishments. You get this beautiful little fairy charm, just because imagine a Bohemian fairy journal, like, ah! You get a little beaded charm, this really cute charm. And then you get this. This is also authentic, and it came in the same set as this. These both were from Tibet. As you can see, it's like a gold charm, and it already dangles. It already has a little dangly piece so that you can put your pin through and hang it from your journal. But oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. It came in this long chain, and I broke the chain up so that you guys can get a little assortment of this. This I will never find again. You know, this is a one of a kind. You will never see these ever again. So this is what makes this embellishment kit so special. Every time I get items from my supplier, I make sure he brings me some type of authentic embellishment that I can put into my journals, either from pins, from earrings, from charms, you know, anything, beads, bracelets. But they have to be authentic. They have to have a story to them. And all of that together makes this kit so special. And something else that you also get in your embellishment pack is these 3 little cards. These cards are put into your packaging, and it just says what this textile kit is, what you can use it for. And I will keep it right here in case you want to read it. But I wanted to put these little things in there just to make it even more special. And then just something fun so that you can put into your own journal. I made a dictionary card, and it says the definition of textile. And I created this. I loved how it turned out. This will be in every textile kit that I come up with, and it just says textile, the definition. There's 2 types of definitions, and I just thought it was really cute. So I cannot wait until the people that purchase them get them into their little hands and you start creating with them. Like I said, all of the fabrics and textiles that I'm sharing with you guys, you will be able to use for both personal and commercial use. So I cannot wait to see the journals that you create or the artworks that you create, your collages. So these textile embellishment kits will be available tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In the description box, I will leave a link to my Etsy shop, and you can just click that link at 8 p.m. and you will be able to purchase an embellishment kit. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys liked this new product that I'm going to be listing in my Etsy shop and will continue to restock. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys purchased a kit, and until next time, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being so supportive and being a part of this wonderful family. I hope that your day is filled with a huge abundance of peace and love. Bye-bye.